the time when the Messiah, when Jesus, son of Mary, emerges, the Dajjal also makes himself public. The Dajjal, he is an evil man who uses deception, trickery, magic, sorcery, sha'wada, sihr, you name it, to deceive the people. And we have hadiths indicating that Jesus alayhi salam will stop him and he is the one who will kill him. And this will be very clear for the people to know. Once Dajjal is out of the way, and Prophet Isa alayhi salam clears the way for that global justice to be ruled by Imam al-Mahdi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take the soul of Prophet Isa alayhi salam. So during the government of Imam al-Mahdi, Prophet Isa alayhi salam will die. Al-Imam al-Mahdi will come. He will pray on him. He will bury him publicly. This will be broadcast to the entire world. So that no one, the hadith says, so that no one afterwards will come and say Jesus didn't die, he's still the Lord, and so on and so forth. It will be very clear that Jesus died and he's been buried. And he went back to his Lord. And the hadith indicates that Imam al-Mahdi will put Prophet Isa alayhi salam in the kafan that was sewn by Siddiqa Maryam alayhi salam. So Lady Maryam alayhi salam, actually in her lifetime, she prepared the kafan for Isa. This will be given to Imam al-Mahdi and he will put Prophet Isa alayhi salam in his kafan and he will bury her next to the grave of Maryam alayhi salam in Jerusalem. Today, if you ask the Christians where is Lady Maryam alayhi salam buried, do they have like a specific place where she is buried? It seems that the grave of Lady Maryam alayhi salam is not really known, which is interesting, right? Such an important figure. Why was her grave not known? And this also reminds us of Lady Fatima alayhi salam and how her grave is not known. So you see these similarities between Lady Maryam and Lady Fatima. Christians believe that Maryam alayhi salam outlived Jesus, meaning the whole crucifixion and all the, those alleged incidents happened while Maryam was alive. In fact, Christians state that she saw him while he was on the cross. In our traditions, no. Prophet Isa alayhi salam outlived Maryam. She actually died in his lifetime. And he is the one who buried her. And we have some emotional hadiths on how, he found out that she had passed away and how he started crying when he heard that his mother Mary had passed away. Because remember, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, due to the difficult circumstances, for a long time he lived in isolation with his mother. It's not only until the last stage of his life that he became public and he started traveling and preaching and doing the miracles. But ever since he was born, through that miraculous birth, until maybe 30 years old, he used to live in isolation with Maryam alayhi salam. So he was really attached to her. So, according to our hadiths, Maryam alayhi salam is buried somewhere in Qudus, in Jerusalem. And Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam will make that place known, and he will have the Mahdi be buried right by the grave of Maryam alayhi salam. So, having said that, the Imam alayhi salam starts establishing his global government. Some people think that when the Mahdi reappears, it's going to be, within minutes that you have a global government. It's not going to be like that according to the hadiths. It will take time. Remember, from the time the Imam appears in Mecca till he settles in Kufa, then he defeats the Turk. He goes to other areas, by the way. I, summarized it for you. But the hadiths indicate the actual regions that the Imam will go, as far as China. China is also mentioned in the hadith that the Imam will, establish his rule over there. Then from there he will march to Palestine. Then there will be a 2-year truce with the Romans. Then they will break that truce. And then for some time there will be problems. So this is going to take several years. And it's years of fitna, years of difficulty. And that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will really test the believers from the non-believers. Who will stand with the Mahdi and who will not. But in the end, the Imam alayhi salam will establish his government. In our next class, we will examine some very important points. One point is, what will the government of the Mahdi look like? Politically, economically, scientifically. We have hadiths about this, by the way. how the Mahdi will rule and how the people will react to his rule. Number two, how will he die? How will Imam al-Mahdi die? We'll examine the hadiths about that. And then we'll examine some very controversial hadiths in our own books about the violence that will allegedly be practiced by the Mahdi. There are disturbing hadiths in our books. We would like to analyze them from an academic perspective. Are these sahih hadiths or no? There are very disturbing hadiths that the Imam alayhi salam will kill and kill and kill until people will tell him, if you were really the son of Fatima, you would have had some mercy. This is in our sources, by the way, in our sources. You have hadiths that state that the Imam alayhi salam, he will go to Christian women who are pregnant, he will slash their stomachs, and he will kill them. Yes, there are disturbing hadiths. So what do we say about these? Who's narrating these hadiths? And we will find out that there's a man who's the culprit behind fabricating these hadiths. Because some Shias throughout history have actually believed these narrations. So it's very important to shed light. And also the nature of his rule. Because we have hadiths indicating that he will rule like Prophet Dawood alayhi salam, who asked for no proof or evidence or bayinah. So we'll examine some of these, very important points. And then we'll talk about the religious tolerance in the government of the Imam. Does he force everyone to become Muslim? Or they can practice Christianity and Judaism? Inshallah, these are some points we will examine.